Hello everybody and welcome to round number 13 of 20 of season 5 of the Sunoco Elite Series. We are back here for our second season here at Autodromo Nahuel, Huapi, here in Argentina for 20 laps around this beautiful, still fairly new road course. And lots of excitement. A silly season is just getting underway. A lot of teams are confirming, because with the new charter system announced, a lot of teams confirming moving up to 4 cars, some going down to 2 cars. Lots of excitement going forward, but on pole position here in Nahuel Huapi, Alexander Rowe will sit on pole position here in Argentina. I believe it's his first pole position in the season. He's been climbing the standings lately. He could get back up to a points contending position like he was last season, alongside his old championship rival, Cordell Paulson, who is also within a race's distance of the points lead. So both of these two could be big contenders within a few races. On row 2, it's Fitzwater Australia, row 2 lockout, as Zachary Fitzwater Sr. and Carson Mowers will lock out row 2. Both looking to get a better season going for themselves to keep rank B. It's actually going pretty harsh for them right now. They're hoping to turn around here in Argentina. On row 3, you got Eric Monaco. Now that silly season started, I'm guessing everyone's scrambling for this guy. On row 3, he's trying to make his last few starts count. He's still just barely out of a race distance of the points lead, alongside Dan Bartlett, the current Rookie of the Year leader, over Jimmy Perez by, I believe, 2 positions. His season has gotten great. Ever since Talladega, he's kicked it into gear. He's been doing absolutely amazing. We'll see if he can keep it up here, starting 6th. On row 4, you got William Duncan, who he says he's looking for a rank A ride, but it's pretty much been confirmed that Clever House Racing is where is his fallback going forward, alongside Paul Jackson, who is very much speculated to return to Maverick GP. And on row 5, you got Jeffrey Finguy in his last season here at Nahuel Huapi, his last go here, alongside Halleck, who's also making his last start at this track. Both of these two making 20 more rounds around this track until they move away from this track to end their career in just a few races' time. Not long now. Arndt's back here, only 2 positions back in 12th. Arndt can play factor. So many points contenders are near the front here. The only one who isn't very near the front is Dak Jovic, who sits all the way back here. I believe we got 19th. Dak Jovic, he has a lot of spots to make up, along with the 99, if you count her as points contender, Skylar Johnson. You want to count her as a points contender, she starts last. She starts last, so it's a very long way away. It's a standing start here. Like last season, they're all set up on the grid, ready to go. This start could mean a lot. Last season, all the points contenders had absolutely atrocious days here. And a lot of people hoping that this time won't be the same and it won't be riddled with all the bad luck. But I'm guessing a lot of them are hoping that that's exactly the case, with people like Arndt and Jovic and Roush. Where is Roush? I'm pretty sure Roush was near the front. Oh, no. Roush in the back. We're about to get going. It'll be Alexander Rowe and Cordell Paulson, your front row here in Autodromo Nahuel Huapi. 20 laps around Argentina for our second time. Green flag is in the air in Argentina. And it's an excellent start for your pole sitter. And also a great start out of the 20 of Eric Monaco for Red Stallion. Red Stallion coming off a win, their first win since season 2. And now they're trying to get another one. You got, oh, Curtis in the wall. Ooh, that's not good. But as they barrel down into turn 2 and into this very troublesome chicane. One of a lot of people's least favorite spots on the track, and that's why. Rowe in the grass, battling with his former championship contender, Shepard. Shepard got in the wall. But we'll keep the eye on the battle for now, and then we'll go check back out on those incidents later. Paulson is your leader for now. Although Fitzwater did not get the start he wanted, his teammate Bowers did. Bowers fighting for the third position right now with Eric Monaco. As they head up the hill. They're going to head up the hill, down the hill, and then into the hairpin. Eric is able to get third away from Carson Bowers. Bartlett trying to get fifth away from Duncan. Arndt has made up how many positions since the start? Actually, it looks like he may have lost a position or two. Battling with Finn Guy for a position. But right now, it's also there's the pace car just trying to get himself into the pits. But there is Cordell Paulson, your current leader, as we come down into this sweeping right hand up the hill, then down the hill. Actually, the official's thinking of naming this track, this turn right here, because of how uniquely shaped it is with the hill. There's the final chicane, and Cordell Paulson will lead lap 1, your reigning champion, trying to get his second win of his career. Didn't even win a race in his championship season, was just so consistent, and was able to lock out the championship that way. Rowe, even though he lost the championship last season, I believe he won 2 races last season. Bowers back on Eric Monaco for third. Pushes him a little wide, good strategy. Gets him out of the way quickly, and Carson Bowers will lock himself into the third position. Let's go look back at the incident with DJ Curtis first. Then we'll look at Shepard. So here we are as we head into turn 1 and 2. Curtis bowing with Caldwell. Caldwell would get a little too close for comfort, and in the wall he went. Not sure they'll call Caldwell for that due to how chaotic it was at the start. But we also look for Aiden Shepard. What happened to him in the chicane? It was very tight in this section of the track. In this section of the pack going into the chicane. I'm guessing he just clipped Bobby Jones, and around he went. Just, wrong place, wrong time. That's all you could say about that. Bad luck for those two. But now we're on lap 2 of 20. Paulson and Rowe are close together. Duncan has moved his way into 4th as Bartlett has moved his way into 5th. Fitzwater trying to move his way into 6th as Monaco has dropped a lot of positions this lap. Fitzwater moving his way up. We all know Fitzwater has been looking for a win since the last time he got a win, all the way back in season 2. Like Duncan, who's in 4th right now, he's been on a dry streak himself, looking to finish up that dry streak and finally get a win under his belt again. He's not that far. He's 6th. That's very doable. Same with Duncan. That's very doable. Duncan, again, even though Duncan has not won since season 1, he's been so consistent ever since he's been in a 66 car. Back when he was at Maverick, and now that he's at Cloverhouse Racing, he's been so consistent in this car for a while, and a lot of hopefuls for Duncan for the next few seasons. A lot of people wondering if he's actually going to get that rank A ride, and from his performance right now, he's down the inside of the 39 of Carson Bowers. This is for 3rd. His teammate Carson Bowers is up at, not Carson Bowers, whoa. His teammate Cordell Paulson's up ahead, up in the lead right now. Bartlett closing in on these guys. He is the touring car racer. He's the guy who has the experience here, who has the experience at these types of road courses. If anyone has the advantage here at Nahuel Huapi, it's that guy. That 86, former British touring car championship driver. Very much in this fight. Very much a fighter for the win. He is probably the best road course driver out here, statistically speaking. He's close. He could try to dive, and he will. Oh, is he gonna? Yes, he is. William Duncan down the inside. This is probably one of the best passing opportunities on the track. Turn 1 and then into turn 2. If he can hold it. I'm not sure he can, though, because that outside momentum is going to carry him. Yep. Duncan's going to have to slip in behind Bowers for now. But he's putting a lot of pressure on this 39. Bowers, gone winless this season. He's won a race every season since season 2, if I'm correct. Has not won a race this season. That seems to be a story around the garage. Bowers is having that right now. Brock has not won a race this season, but he's won every season since season 1. Anderson was won at least three races in 3 and 4. Has not won a race this season. Caldwell, did Caldwell win a race? No, I don't think Caldwell won a race this season. He's won a lot. A lot of people just trying to get a win again, trying to get back on top. Paulson just trying to get his first win since season 3 back in the Royale when he got that first career win under this team. But Paulson is having a great run so far. He's able to have a nice gap in between himself and Rowe. For now, that could easily change. We have 2 pit stops coming up. Oh, Bowers very close. I think he made a mistake. And now Duncan is all over him. Again, Duncan is all over him. Rowe is close to these guys. Rowe may have made a mistake. Is he going to make it here? This isn't a very easy place to make a move going into the next corner, but it can work if you can just get it right, but he's not going to try. He's just going to sit behind, maybe get it in the hairpin. That could be a good spot to do if he could stay right on the back. That's not easy for him right now. This track doesn't have any passing opportunities, a lot like a lot of the tracks we've seen when it comes to road courses. You don't see a ton of passing opportunities here. There's some contact back here. Look at the straight line that's formed. People all just trying to stay in line, trying to just keep the positions, because you get out of shape and you're losing 2, 3, 4 spots. Oh, now Fitzwater on the back of Bartlett. Now the table seems to have turned for Bartlett. Now he's done pressuring, and he's now being pressured by the 59 and the 74. Who breaks first? Who will be the first one to make a mistake in the pack? The first one to make a mistake is the first one to fall a few positions. Fitzwater very close. Duncan now making the move. Oh, here we go. He could do it in 1 and 2 if he has the momentum. The slingshot right next to him. He's just got to get next to him. And it should be easy from there. Oh, let's see. Can he get it? He's down low. No, Bowers has a very good run on that outside. Bowers is very strong on these outside lines, and that's really hurting everyone. Now Duncan gonna have to defend a little bit, maybe. No, Bartlett doesn't seem to have a challenge right now. Stick it in line. No mistakes out of the 1 car so far, though. Oh, the 39 now. He's got Duncan off his tail. Now he can start to focus on the car right ahead of him. The 87, Alexander Rowe, is now under pressure. Fitzwater under pressure from the 74 of Halleck. Jackson and Arndt just chilling behind. They're not really doing anything right now. They're just waiting, it seems, for a mistake, for maybe pit stops. Maybe they're just relaxing for pit stops. I saw Pericles dive to the pits. He's the first to call the pit stop. I see someone else. It's Angel in there. Huh. This is earlier than I expected. We expected it later than this, around lap 8 or 9, but they pit lap 6. That's really early. That's an undercut, if anything. Any mistakes, Paulson? Oh, nope. He's good. We're good. Oh, Bowers trying to get on the outside. Not there. The best thing they can do now is to try to go after the 1 car instead of focusing on each other, because this 1 car is trying to run away with a win. And the only reason he's running with it is because of these guys back here constantly tussling with each other. Because of their battling back here, Fitzwater and Halleck lost some time. They have time to make up. Jackson and Arndt, they are not jumping on each other. They're not fighting with each other. They're just kind of there. Looks like they don't want to risk anything as of now. Maybe just trying to conserve tires. It's a plan. How about the 98? How do you get out of the pits? How much ahead of the people behind? Didn't get stuck behind Eric Monaco. That's pretty important. Or no, Eric Monaco's in it with them. I thought Eric Monaco was a lap car for a second. No. No, he's in it with him. So, these three going together. I'm not sure how that's going to work out. Where is he? There's Cordell Paulson. Rowe, Bowers, Duncan, Bartlett, Fitzwater, Halleck, Jackson, Arndt, and Thin Guy rounding out your top 10. Pit takers. Paulson's in. Bartlett stays out. Ooh. The touring car driver has an idea. Caldwell and Brock. A lot of the people back here choosing that coming in is not the good idea they want to take right now. Not a good idea. It's just not the idea they want to take now. But it all matters on this one car. How quick can you get in and out? Tires. Ooh. We expected just fuel. That's interesting. I honestly expected a just fuel call. Is it 2 tires? Paulson is out first as expected. Then it's Rowe, Bowers, Duncan, Halleck, Arndt. Then it's Fitzwater, Jackson, Thin Guy. There's Pericles. Gonna try to wrap it around the outside of these two. No, he's just gonna stick it in with them. Bartlett out. I hear Paulson coming down the front straightaway. Did he beat him? No, but he's gonna beat Rowe. The rally car driver has something here. He has something going here. Bartlett jumps Rowe, Bowers, and Duncan to move into second. Okay, now it's interesting. What did Bartlett do differently from everyone else? Was it just that he was in pit lane alone, so he was able to get in his pit stall and get out at his own free will? Maybe that was what was going on. Rowe now fighting with Bartlett. Problem now, Bartlett's tires are not warm. It takes a while for the tire heat to fully kick in, so he's gonna lose maybe all the positions he gained back. But maybe that's not his concern right now, because once he warms up, he's gonna have fresher tires. Arndt has now passed Halleck. Fitzwater and Pericles beginning a battle. Interesting. Interesting all around. Duncan is past Bowers. I didn't focus on that. Duncan is past Bowers now. But now he's got another one to deal with. In the form of Dan Bartlett. Good strategy. Get on his outside. That's the preferred line. Very good out of Duncan. That was a very, very big veteran move. Slide around his outside, late braking. Easy peasy. And Duncan will slip into third. So it's a Clever Haas Racing 1-3 sandwiching Rowe. Rowe's got his old championship rival and his former team owner surrounding him. This is interesting. I see a big battle. I see Arndt getting in this thing. The rally car driver, it was such a good pit stop, but he just doesn't have the tires right now to do anything about it. I also see that I think Rowe is faster. Yeah, Rowe is quicker than Paulson is. Last time around by about a second. Oh, wow. Okay, Rowe is a lot faster than Paulson at this stage in the race. That could change, but I'm not sure how this is going to go from here. But Rowe is right on Paulson's tail now. Uh-oh. After that first pit stop, Paulson not on as quick as a pace as he was before. Not as quick as he was before, and this is allowing Alexander Rowe to just get right up to him. And if they battle, that's going to be Duncan's ticket to close in. Because battling loses you a lot of time. A lot of time. That was a 1.3 seconds he gained on Paulson. Even people back here are gaining, even though not as quickly. Bartlett, what is going on, man? You should have been up to speed by now. Trailblazers are known for their tire wear conservation, but their tire heat doesn't seem to be up to speed right now. But now Paulson under a lot of pressure. Is he gonna make a mistake? That's a mistake. That may be the mistake Rowe needs. No. He'll stick behind Paulson for now. Rowe is much faster than Paulson. Right now, Paulson's just delaying the inevitable, that Rowe will get past him eventually. Duncan just hoping that he can delay him long enough for him to get up there. This pack is heating up. Brock getting up there. Brock almost won at Armory Digital, same with Duncan. Both of them came up close, came up short. And it ended up being Gatlin Downey of all people winning that race. Oh my god, Rowe is so close. This will be another lap 1 incident we missed. This will be Malcher getting clipped by Perez and right in the tire barrier. Same with Perez. Perez did not drop out, but Malcher out of the race. They had a great battle for a championship last season. Paulson ended up getting away with it. That's why he has the 1 car now. Both of them back again in a championship hunt. They're both within a race distance of Arndt. Arndt's only in 6th. So they're not going to be getting too many points, but there's still points that they can gain. I don't think it would be a good idea for Pericles Pit now, even though it worked out amazingly last time. It's early. It's too early. You would have to go too far. You need to stay out 1 more. You gotta stay out 1 more. You can't be coming in. Pericles, you should have learned from what happened back at Homestead that a pit strategy like this, it may be quick, but it's not good enough. You're gonna have to pit. Maybe. He might be able to go to the end. I'm not sure. He's risking it. But Rowe and Paulson are going to be going into the pits together. Very, very close together. It all matters on who can get in and out the quickest. I think it's going to be this time. Rowe, Paulson. Is it going to be this time or next time? Rowe went really wide there. And he's in. Rowe attempting an undercut. Ooh. Ooh, it's interesting. Oh, it's very interesting now. An attempted undercut out of the 87. I'm very interested to see how this goes. Learns the log and undercut a few people. At least attempt to. Very good idea to undercut when you're down here. Get out of the pack, get some distance. When... I don't know what is going to happen now. If this works, like we think it is. Actually, this is a magnificent strategy. Rowe, with his pace right now, this is exactly what he needed to do. Get in the pits so you can get the fresh air and use that to speed up to get closer. Or in this case, get through him. Because if Paulson doesn't speed up now, Rowe's going to get through him. I'm guessing Rowe's out by now. And out ahead of Pericles by a long shot as expected. You could see him on the back stretch. They crossed paths there. You bet that they saw each other. And you bet that Paulson saw was what Rowe was doing. And you know he's going to respond. Because he has to respond. Or Rowe is going to take this away from him. Duncan just trying to catch him, but right now he's just not there. Fitzwater battling with Jackson and Arndt. No, not Arndt. And Brock. I've been mixing up names all day. What am I doing? But just trying to get through some of these people. Paulson, you gotta respond. You cannot let Rowe get away. Duncan, if he doesn't respond, you gotta take advantage of the situation. Honestly, I would have went in with Rowe. Cut with him. But he's gotta. Right? Yeah. No way he was gonna stay out. With Rowe trying to cut him. Once again, Bartlett doing this again. They're gonna go in side by side. Just let him have it. Don't cause a wreck. There you go. Good decision out of Jackson. Just let him have it for now. Good thing out of Bartlett that he beat Curtis. Didn't want to get held up. Undercut versus overcut now is the question. Right side tires. They did left sides on the first stop, right sides on the second. That's expected. He's out. Where's the 87? I see him coming down the front straightaway. Now here's the thing, he's not going to beat him. He isn't. Rowe is not going to beat him, but Rowe is so much quicker now. Now that he's on fresh, warmer tires, he'll catch him before the end of the lap. You just watch. This might still work, and Pericles will jump Bowers. That I didn't expect. Pericles jumps Bowers on the cycle. Anderson is getting up. Fitzwater Australia is here. They may not win the... Yeah, see, already Rowe is caught up. Look at the speed he's carrying through this corner. He's not going to be able to defend. His tires are nowhere near warm enough. This isn't even going to be a battle. This is Rowe's. He'll get him before he's over the corner. The undercut will be successful, and Rowe will take the lead. Oh boy. Now what do you do, Paulson? How do you respond? He can't respond. He doesn't have the tires to respond to that. And that's what's so good about what Pericles is doing here. Pericles is jumping people because he's so much quicker on this lap. On their out lap, he is so quick compared to everyone else, and that's what Rowe took advantage of. He saw what Pericles did, he took notes, and he took away the position. That was an excellent strategy, and it works. But Bartlett is on the exact opposite strategy, where you're just trying to get as far ahead as you can, utilizing their outlap while you're still out on track. This is a very risky strategy out of Bartlett, and I don't think it's going to work. I do think we're about to see Rowe jet by in a good 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and cue Rowe right about now. And while Paulson will be jumped by Bartlett, it's the same situation as what Rowe did to him. He's gonna, whoa, that was good. Wow, that's one hell of a jump out of Brock. Again, he's gonna lose the position due to warmer tires, but still, very impressive. Paulson not gonna waste any time with Bartlett right now. Oh, he's in the grass! Oh, Rowe just lost a lot of time that he gained during that outlap stint. And some tires. But now, again, Pericles, you came in really early. You're going to have to start conserving soon. And in turn, you're going to lose a position or two. Especially to Duncan, who's on fresher tires right now. Tires can be so important here. Because the faster tires, I didn't expect them to change tires. Because changing tires costs you an extra 6-7 seconds. But I forgot how good the outlap is when you have warm tires. It's very, very quick. Now it's Rowe, Paulson, Bartlett, Brock, Pericles, Duncan, Art, Caldwell, Fitzwater, Windhelm rounding out your top 10. Right now, this is an excellent race for the 87, but due to his mistake in the chicane earlier, how much quicker does this make the one car? Because Rowe wasted a good part of his tires there in the grass. Brock, it's going to be hard. This isn't your normal everyday oval driver. This is a touring car driver. This is a driver who knows how to race these tracks. And he's proving it. Third place right now in a Trailblazer Motorsports car. absolutely incredible. He made up a good amount of positions in this race, and even if he doesn't win the race, it's probably a win in his book. It's an accomplishment to get his second podium of his career and the season, extend his Rookie of the Year title, his title lead in the Rookie of the Year championship. It's been a great season for Bartlett, and it's one that we all expected. Bartlett, at the beginning of the season, was probably the one that everyone had the most hopes for. And this just proves it. This proves that Bartlett, all of his expectations, he's living up to them. He's lived up to all of his expectations so far. And I hope within the next few seasons we can see him live up to so much more. Dan Bartlett battling with Brock and Duncan. It's nice to say that he's able to battle with Brock and Duncan. He's able to hold them off. But if y'all remember how this works, the outside is a little bit better in that corner. He'll lose the spot to Brock, and he'll lose his podium. But this is still a very big accomplishment for him. 3 laps to go for Alexander Rowe. You're going to need to pick up the pace, Paulson. 3/10 a lap is not going to cut it with 3 laps left. You're going to need to pick up the pace, or you're going to have to hope Rowe makes another mistake. Oh, Paulson, you're going to need more than that. To catch Alexander Rowe, you're going to just need more than that. This is going to be, I want to say Rowe's 5th. I want to say this is going to be number 5. I'll check. Just give me a sec. No, it'll be win number 4 if Rowe can pull it off today, which, with the speed Paulson's showing, he's quick. He was quick all day. He led the most laps, but in the closing stages, the pit strategy mattered, and Rowe's pit strategy was able to absolutely destroy Paulson on his outlap. And Paulson will have to wait another day for win number 2 at this pace. Oh, Paulson's getting close now. I told him to speed it up, and he did. He cut 8/10 last time, or no, 6/10 last time around. Paulson's not joking around anymore. He may fight for this win after all. I think it's still Rowe's. Because you still got to get past him, and passing someone at a track like this, not an easy feat. Not an easy thing to do, to pass someone at a track like this. So, Paulson may be getting close, but I think it's a little too late for him. I think it's a little too late. Looks like Fitzwater will take home the fastest lap of the race. Congratulations to Fitzwater for that. Even though it's an 8th place and not a win, it's still got to be a little bit of a confidence booster to see that he's still got the speed to run with everyone. Only got a few seasons left in him. 3 more after this season. And then he'll go into retirement. But here we go. Paulson, you still got to kick it up a good gear and a half to get there. You need to kick it a little bit faster. You need to be able to get there in 1 and 2. That's your biggest chance, is 1 and 2 if you want it. It's got to be there. The 98, are you going to pit? He already did. That sucks. Brock, Bartlett, Duncan, Arndt, Caldwell, Windhelm, Fitzwater, and Jackson, your top 10, as they come onto the white flag, hitting the air for Rowe. Oh, Paulson wants it. Oh, we're going to fight. We're going to have a fight for the win on the last lap. Does Paulson have the momentum? He does. He got a run of a lifetime. Out of 1 into 2. Rowe. Oh my God, Rowe, you might lose it after all. Through the chicane, side by side. Rowe has it now. Paulson gonna launch it in. They continue to fight. Paulson's got it. Oh my God, Rowe, you threw it away. You let your guard down for just a moment. Oh my God, he let his guard down. You don't let your guard down. No matter if we think you have it or not, you never let your guard down. And that is why Jackson learned that lesson the hard way earlier this season at Road America. And now Rowe is going to learn that lesson. You never let your guard down. And Paulson took advantage of Rowe thinking he had it. He thought he had it, and Paulson disagreed. Rowe, now he knows. Now he knows. Never let your guard down when someone's that close. No matter how many passing opportunities are left, they'll find a way. They always find a way. And Paulson gonna run away with it. He has not won a race since Season 3 back at the Royale when he joined this team. He then got a title without even getting a win to his name. And now, rounding the last chicane, out of the last corner, Cordell Paulson will take career win number 2 and his first of the season, his first since his title. He wins in Argentina. And Rowe will learn it the hard way. He'll come home P2. Brock for P3. Bartlett, a nice P4 for the touring car driver. And rounding out the top 5, Duncan. Another great performance here in the International Tour. He's been so good so far in the International Tour, and that's another great finish. Arndt in 6th. That's going to be a good haul for his title fight. Caldwell in 7th. Windhelm in 8th. Fitzwater in 9th. And it'll be Jackson barely fending off Carlson for the 10th position. Cordell Paulson. We haven't seen that car back when it was the 11. We haven't seen that car back on top since Season 3, back when he fought for it in the Royale. That was back when Art got his first career win. And now Paulson getting his second here in Nahuel Huapi. Both wins coming at road courses. Brock, a great performance in 3rd after a great performance getting 4th last time. He's making up a lot of positions in this title fight. And maybe a win could come soon with 2 great performances in a row. Maybe he could fight for an actual win come soon. But congratulations to Cordell Paulson, the reigning champ, getting a win. His first win since Season 3. All right. Now everyone should have learned that lesson by now. Jackson learned the lesson, and now Rose learned the lesson. Never let your guard down on the last lap. That's not a good idea. And it bites Rowe in the butt. Congratulations, Cordell Paulson. Let's go look at your finishing results. So it's Cordell Paulson taking away career win number 2. The reigning champ finally getting one done. And once again, at a road course, Alexander Rowe comes home 2nd after letting his guard down for just a moment. Brock comes home 3rd, Bartlett 4th, Duncan 5th, Art 6th, Caldwell 7th, Windhelm in 8th, Fitzwater 9th, and Paul Jackson will round out your top 10 here in Argentina. Other great hauls for the past. Fitzwater Australia had a great haul altogether. But what happened to Carson Bowers? Carson Bowers. Oh, he had to pit. Oh, that sucks. Fitzwater Australia still comes home 9 and 12. That's still a decent result for them nonetheless, but it's not a triple top 15, which is what they would have gotten if they would have actually had a good pit strategy. Again, you two, learn! They need to learn from their mistakes. Bowers and Pericles make the same mistake they made back in Homestead. But Cordell Paulson, your race winner, led most of the laps. Rowe had an absolutely incredible pit strategy. It would have worked too. You would have won. Never do that. You never let your guard down. But, Cordell Paulson, again, 2nd career win. Let's go look at your points position. Alright, so it's John Art still holding the points lead after Nahuel Huapi as expected, but it's Windhelm now in the 2nd position, overtaking Scott Roush. Windhelm getting close. Germany trying to lock together a championship. As we get in the later stages of the championship, Scott Roush in 3rd, only 59 points back. Paulson has moved 6 positions up to 4th. Duncan's holding strong in 5th. Rowe moves from 8th to 6th. Caldwell drops to 7th. Jovic drops 4 positions down to 8th. Jackson gains 2 up to 9th. And Skylar Johnson will lose 1, dropping down to 10th. Oh, so right now, your top 8 can take the points lead. Realistically, not many can. Maybe Windhelm, maybe Roush, depending on how Art's next race goes. Which actually might be Calder. It might be Calder Park, which should be cool. Ryan Monaco's been getting some positions down there. You see him down there in 17th. Brock gained 6 positions. He's getting closer to the championship fight. We could see Brock get in this thing. He could very well get in the championship fight, get a win. He gets a win, he's in it. He's right in this thing if he gets a win. So Brock, watch out for him as this championship goes on. Other people gaining position. Finkguy's kind of stuck in his position. Malcher and Bowers both off 5 as Bartlett and Scott both gain some. Bartlett, again, now he's in the top 20. Dan Bartlett and Benoit Theravine, 11th and 19th. And that team is closing in on the rank B threshold. That could be important as we look down near the bottom, though. Gatlin Downey, even after his win, still down there in the bottom 5. Curtis down there. Fitzwater. God, it sucks to see him down there. But he's starting to gain it back. He got a good result here today. We can hope that he can get up there going forward. Oh, but it's a part-time championship. I think... Let me go check your schedule. Alright, so next is, in fact, going to be Calder Park, which means your part-timers will come back into play. Right now, your part-time championship still leads with Durrell, but Durrell about to go into his second race. And it all could get ruined if he doesn't earn enough points to reach Alex Benyako. Then he could be in trouble. He could be in striking range of Benyako going forward. But, let's look down at your constructors. Maverick GP sits on top now, followed by Scott Ganassi, which is announced they are moving to 4 cars, and Philip Scott is announced not returning to the team. Very surprising. Clever Haas at 3rd, but they've already announced moving down to rank B, and that leaves open some interesting opportunities. Right now, Trailblazer is very much in the middle. A good race catching them close to Roush Racing could knock them into rank B. That would be incredible if they could do that. But that also all depends on what happens with that last rank A spot. Because if Shock Allison cannot get close enough to Epic Motorsports, it may only become a 3-team rank A next season. And that would be interesting because that would knock Trailblazer back into C. But all speculation right now. But congratulations once again to Cordell Blessing. John Art, still your points leader going into Calder Park. Calder Park, the only right-turning speedway on the schedule. We'll have to see how that affects people and how John Art can fare against these people all closing in behind him. Paulson trying to go for 2 championships in a row. Rowe trying to get redemption. Duncan trying to get a win at all. Congratulations to Cordell Paulson. We'll see you all in Australia next week, where we will be going to Calder Park International Speedway. It should be an exciting one. It always is every year. We always have a fun race over at Calder Park. Mainly because it's a right-turning speedway, and it changes things up, it mixes things up, and makes things exciting. So until next time, guys, ciao.